Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please introduce me. I am Indah Rusli from Universitas Muhammadiyah Kendari. Thank you for this great opportunity to me to present my paper entitled Map of Traditional Game of BUMI ANOA, Exploring the Value and Endangered Traditional Game. This is indigenous of Southeast Sulawesi. This is our team, me, Indah Rusli, Dr. Yuliana Hasaim M. Home, Dr. Hajar Rohmiyati M.Pd, and Johardin S.P.I. M.Sc. Well, there are two big reasons why we are motivated to find out and to arrange this paper. The first is because our desire to delve into various positive aspects that arise from traditional game and the concern about the fading pride and interest of the younger generation. And the second is exploring aspect of playing traditional game, which leads to the endangered cultural heritage of traditional game. It causes, as we know, that the current cultural value are increasingly eroding. Many cultural values are on the brink of extinction, such as local language, traditional game dance, and the custom of the elders. This is actually supported by our observation with one of the target research institution, which has stated that difficulty in providing detailed information because there are no longer any practitioner or record keeper of these cultural values within several cultures. So the purpose of this research is to rediscover the diversity of traditional game existing in BUMI ANOA, or what we call it Southeast Sulawesi, and to immortalize them in the form of map that illustrates the origin of these games. And to support, we applied the method, qualitative research method, twin and ethnographic approach. And to choose the sample, we apply purposive sampling, education department, South Sulawesi province, and the indigenous leaders. And the second, we apply field observation, interview, and documentation to gathering the data. And after that, we analyze through data reduction, data display, and conclusion. And the last to make sure that our data is valid, we apply data triangulation by method. Well, and the result, we have 7 results. The first is there are 31 traditional games originating from 70 regencies and cities in Southeast Sulawesi province. And the map looks like this. We put them in color and the number. In the left side, the name of the game. Well, the second findings is approximately 19% of traditional games are no longer played by children at present. This is attributed to several factors such as the rapid advancement of technology, which has made children more interested in digital games than traditional ones. And only 10% of traditional games are currently played by adults, primarily as a part of performance or competition aimed at the cultural preservation. So not as the original the function of the game, as something make fun and also something have a strategical side, but it's just for performance. Well, next. Traditional games are no longer played using material or tools from the natural environment as they were originally. Instead, they have been replaced by processed industrial materials such as spinning tops that now come in various models and materials. Similarly, games involving ropes no longer use woven rubber bands but have synthetic ropes readily available. So this is some example, the picture, the original material used by our elders, but now they are difficult to find out like this. Then the fifth finding is documented traditional game often share similarities in game types and rules with the traditional game from another region in Indonesia. But the main difference lies in the name of the game, which is as derived from the respective regional language. It's happened in Southeast Sulawesi itself. There are several regions have the same game, but the different name, it because the different of language based on the cultures there. And the next relevant institution and organization like comprehensive written data or documentation that provide detailed information about traditional game, including their history, social and cultural aspect, and even the rules of the game. Many aspects of this game have already been lost and are not documented. So it happened when we visit fort regions in Southeast Sulawesi, and we found it that from fort, only one region documented this because this region known as cultural regions. It's we call Buton or Bau-Bau. Only that region have a documentation, and the documentation is not complete as what we expect because they only have the name. And from several game or traditional game, some of them already endangered because they have no data about that. They only know the name, but they don't know about the specific playing details. And the last finding is there is a lack of even on policy from the Minister of Education and Culture, specifically aimed at preserving traditional culture, including traditional game. This lack of the support has led to neglect by relevant institutions in preserving local culture, including traditional game. So from the result, we can conclude that this research has successfully obtained information that we can serve as a reference for the younger generation to gain the deeper understanding of the local culture heritage, which become more captivating as it is explored further. Another contribution of the research is that then can be served as a reference for educators in utilizing this traditional game as a teaching tool or strategy. And we are, as researchers, fully understand that the data of time can continue to grow and even uncover change in the origin of traditional game when studied in depth. Therefore, the researchers hope that this study can be further expanded to regions that we are not fully accessible to the research, especially island areas that present significant challenges for access. Finally, it's crucial to strategically preserve traditional games through diverse methods and to gain commitment from partner stakeholders. This is vital to prevent the erosion of our cultural heritage in the minds of the increasingly digitalized world. I think that is all for me. Thank you so much. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.